Woo! So much fun. So this is a 2017 Specialized Stump Jumper Carbon Comp. I've had this bike about 4 months now. Best thing I ever bought. Running like a dream. Problem is I can't test her out to her capabilities. I'm not good enough or fit enough. I demoed a lot of bikes. I demoed this bike from Wembley Cycles. Because it's got the boost space in, it can take 27 plus wheels and 29 wheels. I was lucky enough to try both. I tried the 27 plus, was really impressed. I could definitely feel some resistance. The biggest problem I had with the 27 plus wheels was that you run such low pressures, the bottom bracket was so bloody low. I was getting pedal strikes all the time. I changed to the 29er wheels, so much faster, less pedal strikes. I still get pedal strikes, but not as many. I'll find out what the bottom bracket height is on this. Across the road. Pedal strikes, even on the 29er wheels, are still an issue on this bike. I've got big flat wide pedals. Maybe if I went clipless, that would help. You've got a 150mm RockShox Yari fork up front. I know this can go to 160. I'm thinking that's a future project for this bike. It should bring the bottom bracket up slightly, make the head angle a bit slacker. Should make for an all-round better bike, I think. You've got the monocar T on the rear, 135mm travel, soft enough to soak up all the bumps, but nice. It's quite a nice stiff rear end, so it climbs like a billy goat. I'm really impressed with this suspension setup on this bike. It's a nice mix of plushness and climbing ability. It's sort of the perfect all-rounder in my eyes. Climbing, climbing, climbing. That's all we seem to do. Keeps you fit. I say the 29er wheels. I've never had a 29er before. But if you haven't ridden one, before you slate them, get out and give one a go. Because I think 29ers these days are so good. The wheels roll over the bumps with ease. I think extending the Yari fork to 160mm, I think that's a future video, guys. So watch out. I won't know what I'm doing, but I'll give it a go. I'm running tubeless tyres, set up from the shop that I bought it. I'd never go back. I've had the bike 4 months. I haven't touched it. The tyres have held pressure. They have like a hollow feel to them, and it sounds awesome over the bumps. We've got the Specialized Butcher grid up front, 2.3. I'm really impressed with it, loads of grip. The Slaughter at the rear, it's a really fast tyre, but I'm not sure about its grip properties in the wet. When I'm in Australia it's dry, so it's fine here. It does wash out slightly on some of the loose berms. Woo! As you can tell, I'm not the best rider. It's a great trail though. Oh man, I just realised I got the rear shock locked out, as always. That's better. Oh man, this is loose sand. I can see why so many people ride plus tyres over here. It's so loose. and it's windy. Pedal strike. Maybe if I apply a little bit more pressure to the rear shock, I might get less pedal strikes, play it back with the rebound a little bit. But man, it's worth having the low bottom bracket because this thing rails in the corners. Oh, I love this trail. Whew, I'm tired. I've always ridden hardtails at home. Moved to Australia, bought this. The Stumpjumper's taken my riding to another level. Whoa, nearly come off there. That was about the limit of my pad line. Whee, there we go. God, a pea shingle over here. It'll kill me. I don't know how people ride clipless. Every time I ride, I get my foot down. I've never ridden clipless. I'll give it a go one day, but I'm not convinced by it. Man, this bike's too much fun. Woo! So with the tubeless setup, I'll run probably 22, 23 in the front, 26 in the rear. It may be a bit low, but I like it. I've had no punches yet in 4 months, so it can't be too bad. Oh, what a great trail. Woohoo! So this bike's running no Shimano whatsoever. It all seems to be SRAM these days. I've got the SRAM guide brakes, 200mm rotors up front, 180 up rear. I cannot complain about these brakes, they are so good. And I live in Australia. I've ridden in 40-degree days. I know people complain that the SRAM brakes fade or fail in hot weather. Well, they haven't on me. And I don't think you're going to go riding in hotter temperatures than that. So the bike's rocking the SRAM 1x11 GX drivetrain. I'm so impressed with it. Super crisp. I think the GX is the lower end of SRAM's 1x11 drivetrains. I think the only real difference is materials. Maybe the GX drivetrain is a little bit heavier. Yeah, sorry man. I doubt I'll make it up. Oh. First time for everything. Specialised opted for the 28 tooth race face front chainring. That's a small chainring, but matched with the 1x11 on the rear, it means you can basically climb up absolutely anything. It tops up max speed pretty quickly, but it's perfect for a trail bike. There we go. So the monocar T on the rear has the auto sag feature. You pump it up to a high pressure, sit on your bike, get in position, open the valve, and the shock does the rest for you. I found it sets it up perfectly to about 30% sag. I did this 4 months ago. I haven't had to touch it since. Great feature. Climbing, climbing, climbing. You know when you're climbing, there's going to be a top. And there's going to be a downhill. I'll be doing some reviews of some of the trails in Australia. Keep an eye out for that. Oh, here we go, guys. Ooh, bit of a surprise. one day I'll stop using my brakes around the berms. Oh, off the trail. Woohoo! Yeah! Nice. I think the biggest problem for this bike is my ability. Yeah. I guarantee you demo a bike like this, you'll be hooked and you'll be buying one. Ooh, it's thin. 780mm wide bars. It struggles to get through the trees sometimes. I'm sure one day it won't. Whoa. Ooh, pedal strike. Ooh. Oh, nice. Ooh. Forget that. One thing I love about this bike is it has no rattles. That's one of my pet hates on bikes, is rattles. And this thing is just silent. It seems to be built really well. Next weekend I'll be demoing some Scott mountain bikes. I'll be doing reviews on them. Keep your eye out for them. Woo! So much fun. So the carbon frame is not only lighter, stiffer, looks the nuts. The carbon frame models come with the specialised SWAT system. So you pull the water bottle cage out, you can fit a pump, a CO canister, a tube. The bike doesn't come with any of that, it comes with the pouches to store it all in. I can fit my keys, I can fit my phone and a snack in the frame too. I've got an iPhone 5 that fits in, an iPhone 6 or bigger will not fit in. So you spend all that money on a lighter frame and you fill it up with a load of bits, so that's good. Above the rear shock you can fit the specialised multi-tool. It fits in there nicely, it doesn't rattle, it's really useful. It doesn't come with the bike. It's about £30. It's a well thought out system and it works well, it doesn't rattle. I like it. So the bike comes with specialised own 125mm command dropper post. It works well, it's not as refined as the RockShox Reverb. It fires up at your arse a lot quicker. Worries me sometimes. I'm 6'4". 125mm is just about enough. I'm riding an extra large frame. I'd say if you're above 6 foot, you'll need the extra large. I tried the large, I like large bikes, but it was too small for me. Also, the dropper post lever matches the SRAM shifter lever, so it feels really nice. I like it, it does the job, I'll keep it. Nice. Ooh, a bit offline there.